If you have Twitter right now, you've probably seen this video.
You're late. You know the deal. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. It's better to be safe and do the 1-block jump for the chicken rather than risk your entire life for just half a hunger bar more.
Tomorrow, you better not be late, or you'll be doing 2-block jumps as punishment.
Yes sir, sorry, I won't be late next time. Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. One piece of raw chicken is just enough to get you to the next day. But that's the life of Parkour Civilization. If you want to survive, you have to parkour.
And if you haven't, here's some more context. A YouTuber named Evbo started a series 11 months ago called Minecraft But I Live in Parkour Civilization that ended up spending almost 2 hours just for the first movie. Then it blew up on TikTok and Twitter, and even before that, Evbo was garnering millions of views on these. He just finished the second series and is now making a PvP Civilization video. I haven't watched the second series yet, I don't know if I will at all, but what I can talk about is the first one that I somehow finished and kind of enjoyed. A lot of feedback I see in the series is that it's a good example of political commentary on class structure. Weirdly, I have to agree. Evbo discovers when he reaches Parkour Pro level that, despite what he was taught, it isn't the highest level of society. There are Parkour Masters. The way to reach masterhood is nearly impossible for most people because of the complicated parkour. Once you reach a certain level of it, one slip up becomes fatal. The only way Evbo is able to finish it is a little confusing, but he uses a Totem of Undying which allows him to get that jump replicated in his house so he can practice without risking death.
This is when I find out if the secret path is real or not. I studied where the barrier block was in my house. If I wanted to land on the barrier, I would have to walk off the fence. If I jumped, I would miss the block. And that's assuming it was even there. But there's only one way to find out. I walked off the ledge, and I was alive. Was here. The secret path was real.
But when he reaches the level of Parkour Master, he realizes there's still another level. The Parkour Champion. The Parkour Champion controls Civilization as a whole. The Champion has created a system where new players are tested on jumping ability, and that's how their class is determined. One failure and it's over for you. It's solely based on order to give control to the upper class. Even if you make your way up eventually, it's likely you'll never be able to move far up in society. This champion ends up screwing Evbo over and he falls all the way back to noob level. But then the Parkour God gets involved. He gives Evbo the Parkour Champion Diamond Boots, which allows him to reach the top level again. He makes it back to the arena and beats the champion using parkour that can't be mimicked. And when Evbo finally becomes the Parkour Champion, he decides to make parkour fun again with no punishment for not being good at it. He wants to build a society where people can try again, where one failure doesn't determine your life status.
I'm gonna make things better than they ever were. Parkour was never about making or failing a jump. It was about getting up and trying again. The Parkour God told me as long as you can parkour, there is always a way. And in my Parkour Civilization, people will always have a chance to try again.
And honestly, yeah, this is a pretty strong commentary on class structure. The poor have an unbelievably hard time escaping poverty while the rich hoard their money and mock the poor. Most people are born into their classes and there's little room for rising. The middle class is shrinking year by year. It's a scary but real thing. When you think you're finally making progress in life, there's a blockade, and when you get past that, there's just another. Most people will never be able to reach the top of society. It's reserved for the most powerful and corrupt people. Change is only possible when we fight back, which is the message I got from Parkour Civilization. Parkour is considered as currency. The parkour noobs live in tiny houses, like affordable housing. The parkour pros get slightly bigger houses and parkour masters get mansions. Isn't that a little on the nose? The upper classes of parkour society mock the lower classes, especially parkour noobs. I mean, they're starved. They're not even allowed to get full meals. They eat raw meat. They're treated like dirt. Again, a little on the nose. Now, one thing I have to discuss is the content of the series. This is, of course, an incredibly stupid concept. It's made for young people to consume, not a grown man to derive meaning from. Evbo repeats the same things a lot when you watch the video. Drove me a little crazy, but again, made for young audiences, so whatever, I can forgive it. It's also just a really funny concept. Parkour as currency, parkour as social class, parkour battles, parkour prison. So why does it work? Why does it work? This is something I have to recommend you to watch yourself to fully understand what I'm saying, because I honestly think I sound insane right now. Just look at the thumbnail. Look at Evbo's skin. It was so hard to take this seriously, but it's still somehow an enjoyable watch. Overall, I would give Parkour Civilization an 8 out of 10. Worth checking out if you can get past the concept. I hope what I said made some sense. Trust me, I know I sound crazy right now. And I'd also pick the beef if you're wondering. Thanks for watching.